Warning: sensitive images.
We spend so much money on causing pain, misery, separation, death, destruction to maim and kill and disable people. Our own fellow humans.
Yes,
Master.
Eating, killing animal people is not enough. We want to kill more humans even. And eat up their land or take up their countries, rob their property, their money, their finances. All that is not good.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
It's always a lot of business to make war.
Yes.
Yes.
Even if you think Ukraine is a big food bowl and they export everywhere and they earn a lot of money, perhaps.
Yes.
Yes.
But that's not yours. And look at how much money you have to spend before you could even get that big food bowl.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
If you get it even, your investment must be in the right, correct, and moral way of getting it, of making business.
Yes.
Yes.
You can't rob anybody just because your country needs it, just because you need to make more money and then using the neighbor's land in a robber's way.
That's right,
Right.
Master.
Russia is also exporting a lot of wheat,
Yes.
very, very, very big amount. And I think one of the largest exporter of food, of wheat, also in the world, or maybe the largest even.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
But still, spending so much money on this war there, that war here like that, you will have not much left. And so you cannot keep iron neighbors because you're in deficit.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
Cannot. In the end, you will lose anyway. First of all, invest a lot of money into the war, then lose everything and lose more, yeah?
Yes.
Later, you have to pay for that, for what you damage.
Yes, Master.
So it's not a good business at all. Robbing people is never good business anyway, especially robbing a country.
Yes, Master.
Outside in society, if some ordinary man goes and robs somebody, whether or not it's because he's hungry, he's going to jail.
Yes.
But you are a leader of a great nation. You do such a big robbery like that. There's no honor in it at all. History will judge you. The present generation judges you. The whole world will judge you.
Yes.
And heaven judges you. And hell will measure out that judgment.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
There's nothing good at all. So if Putin ever hears me, he should stop the war to save himself, at least. Not to talk about saving his countrymen, the young and handsome soldiers who have wives and kids or girlfriends and parents waiting at home for them.
Yes.
They are somebody's dear one, loved one. They're not just a number on their tag. They are a human being and they have families. It's very heartbreaking to see them die like that.
Yes.
Terrible. Terrible. Imagine if it's you or your brother even.
Yes, Master.
Terrible. I feel so painful. So much pain. So much pain. I don't know how anyone can bear it to create war. If we are just bystanders, we look only and we feel so painful, not to talk about the victims. Imagine the soldiers, they are cold, freezing, and they send them in the open tank.
Yes.
The tank is metals, all metals, and you can't wear a lot in there.
No.
Cold and freezing in there.
It becomes a freezer.
Oh, yes, it could be, because all metal all around. And inside there's no vent or anything. I mean, very little things. in winter and send them out like that. Before it was 40 miles long, and recently 8 miles long. What if the so-called enemy bombed them?
Yes.
Because they're stuck on the highway there, 40 miles long and stuck.
Yes, Master. Vulnerable.
Yeah, I wonder why nothing happened. I wonder why they were not attacked or bombed by the Ukrainians. Oh, I guess they did not have equipment.
Well, I think they said because the weather would do the work for them, and they're stuck in the mud and all of that. They're just going to starve. So there's no need to really attack them.
But they didn't starve. They still continued afterward.
Yes, Master.
They would think of a way.
Yes.
But that is the Ukrainians. Actually, they only fight when they have to. This is the thing with them. Yeah, that's why I was so touched, because a member of parliament, MP, has children and forsook all that because she didn't have to fight. It's a woman even.
That's right.
She did not have to go out in the front because she's a MP
Yes.
already, has a job, you see?
Yes, so brave.
So brave and forsook everything. It's not like she doesn't have any job.
Yes, Master.
She's an MP. She has all the excuses not to go into the battle. She didn't have to. Many other women also, they pick up rifles and went out to fight. And they look so determined, look death in the face. Rather die than surrender to Russia. So it must be so terrible to be under communist control that they even play with death now. Rather die.
Yes,
Master, must be.
So in that case, the whole world should know that this is the same for Russia. Russia made a very bad reputation for themselves through this war, through the determined protecting spirit of the Ukrainian people, the Ukrainian defenders, whether in the army or not.
Yes.
So like this, Russia is losing, not just in the war, but on all fronts, because nobody will respect Russia anymore. They will feel that, oh, Russia must be terrible, must be so evil. That's why the Ukrainians are so desperate to fight, to be free from Russia.
Yes, Master.
Otherwise, why would they risk their life like that? With children living at home even, and an MP,
Yes.
and many other government officials also, and the ex-president even.
Yes.
Early Monday morning in Ukraine's capital, former President Petro Poroshenko arrives for duty. He once led Ukraine and is now leading his troops. Since the beginning of the war, Poroshenko has led a resistance battalion in Kyiv.
Everybody now is not a commander. Everybody now is a protector of Ukraine. Ukraine!
Glory to Ukraine. My friends, I'm happy to be here with you. We will show the enemy what we can do, and we won't let them invade us.
Arriving at headquarters, Poroshenko unveiled a delivery of military equipment paid for with his own money, enough stock to arm the civilians determined to join the fight.
Of course, many, but they don't show all, not all of them. All the world will get all the information.
Yes.
So they go out quietly. Only some probably had the glimpse of them. Others, they don't know. I saw some woman standing with a fierce face,
Yes.
like inviting death to come. Like, I'm not scared of you. That type of gaze with all the hatred and vengeance and determined to fight, to protect their country. I saw that in their faces. Oh, God. This is very, very bad public relations for Russia, that the whole country united together and us fighting such a big wolf army like that without fear.
Yes,
Very bad for Russia. Very bad. Even if Russia wins, everybody will think it's a very bad country. Bad policy, bad anything, everything.
Yes, Master.
All the businesses left Russia, you know?
Yes, they did.
Yeah. Even internet companies and Microsoft,
Yes.
they want Russia also, that they will cut off this and that.
Understand.
They all fight,
Yes, Master.
Yes.
not just the Ukrainians, except Biden. He tried to protect the devil instead of protecting the innocent. You can see that.
Yes, Master.
He's just standing in between all the help that Ukraine would have needed and is still needing.
Yes.
I am ashamed at the response of our government.
And 50 years from now, maybe 20 years from now, 100 years from now, people are going to look back and they're going to say, why didn't we do more? Why didn't we do more? In response to these horrific photos, and the evidence is overwhelming, of genocide, Joe Biden can't even call it genocide. Did they not see the pictures? There is a war going on. The question is whether it can be contained where it's taking place right now, whether it'll spread to Eastern Europe, to NATO countries, whether it'll spread to the Pacific and Taiwan, whether it'll spread in the Middle East with Iran. These are grave times. Now is not the time to hide. Now is not the time to be quiet. It's one thing to say that we want a war crimes tribunal. That occurs after the fact. In the meantime, people are being raped, tortured, dismembered, disemboweled, slaughtered, hanged, and God knows what else. I don't want to hear any more that Joe Biden is some great leader. He's not leading anything. I don't want to hear any more that we're doing everything we can to help the Ukrainian people. We're not. This is our generation's genocide that's taking place.
Oh, you can see it's a big devil in the White House. Very, very clear, no?
Yes, Master.
Not only they betray Ukraine by not keeping their promise to protect Ukraine, but also not even giving their needed defensive materials
Yes.
and stopping other countries to help Ukraine in that way as well. So that means, okay, just stay there, wait for Russia to come and kill you.
Yes, Master.
Or invite or encourage Russia, empower Putin to just go in.
Yes.
Because Ukraine had nothing, some, but not much.
Yes.
And Biden stopped everything, most of the important things.
Yes.
And NATO doesn't even care about the sky. Just invite them to come in and bomb them as well. On the ground, Biden stopped. In the sky, NATO stopped.
Yes.
Wonderful. What wonderful cowards or devil worshippers they are. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. And I feel disgusted as well. I told you many times, I can never tell enough. I feel so disgusted with these people.
Yes, Master.
I feel they are not worthy to be human, not to talk about being the chief of a nation or of a big organization and a worthy and honorable organization, vowing to protect peace and freedom, democracy. It's all BS.
Yes, Master.
Now they show their true face. You can see very well.
Yes, Master.
Oh.
The Biden administration, for some reason, doesn't even want to use the words, we want to win. We want the Ukrainians to win against the Russians. We don't want Putin to lose.
An ex-general was commenting on one of the news that he thinks Biden doesn't want Putin to lose because of all the obstructions.
He obstructed because he doesn't want Putin to lose.
Yes, that's what one of the generals thinks.
They have no need to think.
Yes.
Yes.
It's so clear like your palm. It's so clear. So wicked. I told you he's a devil. Now you believe it or not?
Yes, Master.
It's worse than Putin.
Yes. Yeah.
At least Putin, he wants the country.
Yes.
Yes.
That's why he came in. But Biden, what has he got to do with it? And wants people to die. And now because so much pressure, so he gives a little bit here, a little bit there.
Yes, Master.
Because of the pressure from Congress and his own members, everybody's angry. I don't know why they don't kick him out of the White House. He's the biggest devil of all. Bigger than Putin.
Wow.
Yeah, of course, you can see that.
Yes, Master.